and welcome to the Habits and Home Show. I'm your host, Lisa Lazat, and I help busy moms bring order to their homes by downsizing and decluttering and ditching old habits in exchange for systems that bring peace and more enjoyment to their lives. If you're a mom trying to show the love of Jesus to your family, but the clutter in your home keeps you overwhelmed and frustrated, you have come to the right place. On this podcast, you will hear easy, step-by-step tips to declutter and create systems so you can keep your home organized and finally walk in the peace God has promised you. Need some accountability? I've got you covered there too. Join the Accountability Club, a community of like-minded mamas decluttering and systemizing our homes together. Are you ready, friend? Let's get started. Welcome to the Habits and Home Show. This is episode 234. I'm your host, Lisa Lazat, and I help Christian ADHD women clear out the clutter in their homes and get clarity over their systems so they can finally walk in the peace God has promised them. If you love Jesus but feel disorganized and overwhelmed, you have come to the right place. Today we're going to discuss how to do a simple New Year's reset ritual. I started doing this a couple of years ago when I started practicing the idea of resets. It started with resetting my dishes every night. I used to sabotage my future tomorrow's self by leaving my dishes in the sink only to find them the next day and feeling behind already. So I started with the idea of if I could just focus on one thing, getting my dishes reset, cleared out of my sink, and closing down my kitchen for the night, then I could start out my day on a better foot. And so that's where it all started. All of these reset rituals and routines, it started with one single decision. Not going to bed with dishes in my sink. And I remember laying in bed at night, just refusing. I'm like, no, I'm going to go to sleep. I deserve to go to sleep and not do those dishes. But it would haunt me because I knew I would wake up the next day. I would feel behind. I would feel frustrated. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, homeschooling my 3 kids, and I knew that I was sabotaging my tomorrow self. And so it would prompt me because I had made that resolution to not go to bed with dishes in my sink. It would haunt me and it would prompt me to get right out of bed and to go do those dishes very, very quickly. So my resets all started with that one resolution that I would not go to bed with dishes in my sink. Now, how does that relate to our New Year's reset ritual? Well, that one action led to building so many really good home management habits in my home that I was able to expand that one little daily reset into multiple actions. Now, it didn't happen overnight. It took a little bit to really establish that one habit, get really good at it. And then I was able to add another habit on, another routine that became a habit. And that all led to these different checkpoints that I have in my day, in my week, my month, and now my year when I do these reset ritual routines. And so I want that to be an encouragement to you because you are starting a new year and you want to be a different person. What is that saying? New year, new you? No, it's the old you that God has created just perfectly. We're just going to establish some really good habits that you may have not had the capacity to create or to wrap your mind around. Maybe you have so many different responsibilities in life. Maybe you're a mom. Maybe you're a working mom. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. Maybe you're not a mom at all. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is I know that we've gone years of letting things go. We let our home go. We can let our marriage go. We can let discipline go for not only ourselves, but also for our children. And there has been a lot of letting go in your life, and the world tells you to do that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let things go. But what I'm saying is to take control. Take your thoughts captive. And when you do that, don't take every thought and think that you have to sort through it all and you have to be this amazing person and transform all in one day starting on January 1st. No, I want to encourage you to slow down. That's why inside the Accountability Club and in my coaching program, we take things very, very slowly. But at the same time, we do them fast as well. We don't want to take on a task, we don't want to take forever, but over the course of a year, we break our home down into different areas and focus on one area 1 month at a time. And we basically beat the dead horse. We focus on the habit, we focus on the routine, we focus on the repetition, the consistency, plus you get the accountability from me to actually follow through on what you set out to do for that month. And I help to give you clarity. So I want to invite you in the year 2026 to join me inside the Accountability Club. I have 3 different levels that you can join at now. You can join at the basic membership, which is the 4 coaching calls each month. Or if you want that daily support, I offer Voxer coaching, which is unlimited text and voice messaging, which I will check in with you daily. Or if you want to do more one-on-one coaching with me, I offer my highest level where I give you a one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in any of that, you can find the link below to check those out. So let's get back to how to do a simple New Year's reset ritual. Now, with the new year, everybody starts decluttering right away, and all of the thrift stores around my town are not closed, but they're not accepting donations at this time because that's what a lot of people do at the new year. And that is well and great, and I love that you are eager to declutter, but it will fizzle out because you are not wrapping your mind around the mindset of why you do this. And that's what we cover inside the Accountability Club. So I'm going to share with you how to do a simple reset. And I want you to choose just 3 things. If you thought, if I set up these 3 things at the beginning of the year, I would set myself up for a better, more organized year to come. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean overhauling and resetting your entire house, because does that truly set you up for a good year? No, because your home will get messy and untidy on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And so resetting your whole home, your physical home at the beginning of the year, new year, is not necessarily ideal. I think that you should think about a couple of things. I would say no more than 3. I do about 5 things, and I'm going to share with you what those 5 things are. Those 5 things, or those 3 things, should set you up that you are much more organized. These systems, and these truly are systems that you are putting in place to not just serve you for today, because if you reset your house in a day, it's going to get messy tomorrow. But these systems are going to support you through this entire year. So if you took some time to think about it, what 3 things, if you got them in order at the beginning of the year and you repeated them every single year, how would that support you? Those 3 things, would they support you for the year to come? Okay, so I'm going to dive in and share what my 3 things are that I reset each and every year. They're very, very simple. Now, one of them is not so simple. It actually is something that we cover in the month of January inside the Accountability Club, and that is resetting my photos and my videos on my phone. This is something that's important to me. It's something that most of us ignore for years and years and years, and we have thousands of photos on our phone that we're just carrying around, and we think that they're safe, and they probably are. They're probably backed up by some kind of cloud service that you are paying monthly for. I know that I am, and I want to downgrade, but I have to get all my family members to get on board with this. And so I've been talking to my 17-year-old daughter and telling her that, hey, okay, we need to get this under control before you become an adult. You're basically an adult now, and I need to teach you some really good photo management or digital management habits before you go off on your own and you're frustrated and you have thousands and thousands of photos and videos and it's hard to know what to do with them. Okay. So number one, and probably not in order of how I do these for my New Year reset ritual, but number one is I always focus on resetting and decluttering and following my steps and my system for getting my photos for that year and my videos off my phone and into a secure place that is really well organized. So if that is something that is important to you that you have been putting off for years and years and years, I want to invite you to jump inside the Accountability Club with us for the month of January, because I will be walking you through that system that I follow every year, as well as holding you accountable to actually follow through on it. All right, number two for my New Year's reset ritual is I reset our calendars. That is definitely something that is going to support me for an entire year. I still buy a physical calendar because I'm not formally diagnosed with ADHD, but I do have some tendencies and some behaviors that would be classified under ADHD diagnosis. And so I still buy a physical calendar because my phone tends to be, if I don't have good control or self-control over it, it can be very distracting. And so I still love having a physical calendar. So I buy my new calendar every year. I buy the Harmony calendar from At a Glance. I have linked my favorite calendar in the show notes below. So if you want to grab that, it's a great calendar. And I use time blocking. But then I also update my daily to-do list that I keep on my phone in my notes app. And I share all of this with you in my time management series, which I am moving from June. I used to do it in the month of June, and now I am doing it 2 times a year. And one of those months is January. So January is jam-packed full of things that are going to support you for this coming year. So dive in to the Accountability Club. So I reset our family calendar. I reset my physical planner, and then I reset my daily to-do list, which I keep up with in my notes app. And then I reset our family calendar, which is a digital calendar shared with my entire family. And I walk you through setting that up inside the time management series as well. And then I update my work schedule, which is my coaching program, and update all the appointments, all the availability for private coaching sessions, as well as our group sessions inside the Accountability Club. All right, so that was my number 2. I reset our calendars. Number 3 is it's even more simple than anything else, is I reset our tax folder. And that sounds really boring and sounds like it would not have that big of an impact, but I will tell you that the first part of the year is all about filing our taxes, right? And so I know that documents are going to trickle in through the mail. They're going to trickle in through email. And so how I support us in the new year is I just grab a physical folder. I just grab a physical file folder. I might use the one from next year. I might get a new one if a lot of things have changed. I just grab a physical folder. You can use a manila folder. And on the outside of that folder, or on the inside cover, whichever way you want to do it, I simply think of everything that we get income from, or that we typically have to file for our taxes, I write out every single thing that we will possibly need to file our taxes, everything that we're going to get in the mail, everything that I might get through email, and I might look back at my old folders to be able to get that information. And I just write a new list and I put little boxes by it. And so when those items come in, or when I have collected those items, I simply check it off, put the document in the folder, and then everything is ready for us to file our taxes in the spring, hopefully before April. So that is a really, really simple reset ritual that I follow, okay? Now, if you're just getting started with resets, then I recommend just sticking with 3 things, 3 simple reset items. Now, for me, I have expanded this to include 2 more items. Some of, they're very, very simple. One is more simple than the other, and that is looking over our family budget. If it hasn't changed that much, then that's not going to be a big deal. We might set some new goals. We might include any new debts that we need to pay off. And so that is something that I like to look over. Now, I do look this over pretty often, quarterly, but with the new year comes a new quarter, right? And so this is a good time to look over our family budget. And if you are not budgeting, I am going to be sharing my family budget spreadsheet with you in the Accountability Club. I think it's in the month of February when we declutter our household paperwork, okay? So if you're interested in that, dive into the club as well. And then the other thing that I do to wrap up my yearly reset is to write out new goals. And how I do this, I'll just share it with you so that if you want to follow along, you can do this while you're listening to this, is I go into my notes app and I put at the top of my note, and I have a running note for all of my years of goals that I have, and I just add it to the top. And so I'll put 2026 goals, and I start out with a word of the year. Whatever that theme is something that I want to improve in, something that I want to focus on. And so my word for 2026 is boundaries. So then after I come up with a theme, then I think about, okay, each quarter, what is something that I can focus on each quarter around the idea of boundaries? So I'll share with you what my quarterly focus is around that theme. Quarter number 1, be early. Be early, not on time, be early to places. So I'm having boundaries around my time management. Number 2, or quarter 2, is to be intentional with my relationships. Quarter 3, planning and preparing ahead of time. So thinking about going into the holiday season, I have not been the best at planning and doing things ahead of time. So in quarter 3, I want to do that a lot better. Quarter 4, saying no to even good things. Just because they're good doesn't mean that they're good for you right now in this season. So I like I said, for my 2026 goals, I start with a word of the year, which is a theme, and then I break down how I'm going to build and improve on that theme by setting goals each quarter. Now, I also like to do personal enjoyment goals because I can definitely get into work mode all of the time. And so if I am not intentional about setting goals for myself to actually enjoy life and do things for me, then they won't happen. So these are my 2026 personal enjoyment goals. Quarter number 1, to read 2 physical books a month. I've gotten into audiobooks a lot and I will just consume them so quickly, but I really want to slow down and enjoy 2 physical books a month. Quarter number 2, take a beginner's drawing course. I have always been pretty artistic, but I want to learn how to draw really well. Quarter number 3, take dance lessons with my husband. And I don't really want to do ballroom dancing. We love like two-stepping or country line dancing. So I would really love to learn how to do country dancing with my husband. And quarter number 4 is to fast from unnecessary technology. And how does that go into my personal enjoyment goals? Well, if I'm fasting from any unnecessary technology, then I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands to hopefully do things that are enjoyable, not on my phone, not being consumed by technology or my phone. I hope these ideas have inspired you to do your own New Year's reset ritual. And I'll share with you again what mine were. Number 1 was to reset the photos on my phone. Number 2 is to reset our calendars. Number 3, reset our tax folder. Number 4, reset our family budget. And number 5, reset my goals for the new year. If you need help beyond this podcast, I hope you'll consider joining us inside the Accountability Club. You can find the links below to find all of that information. All right, friends, I will see you right here next time on the Habits and Home Show. Hey friend, before you go, I wanted to tell you more about the Accountability Club. Each month, we'll tackle a new space in our homes and work together to declutter and set up systems so we can easily maintain order without getting overwhelmed. You'll get a new decluttering tutorial each month, the coaching and accountability you need to actually follow through, and encouragement without judgment from other Christian moms in a safe environment. And guess what? The entire club is off of social media, so you don't have to worry about distractions the world may throw at you. Sweet friend, if you're feeling stuck in your decluttering journey, this is the place for you. Click the link below to try out the Accountability Club and start decluttering today.